You're the TikTok expert,
Yeah.
right? I mean, right? How many views do you have on TikTok? I mean,
I'm not gonna flex, but
no flex. This is a place to flex.
No.
Have you seen the studio? It is all flex. It's all a Rajiv flex. I want my guests to flex too.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you really insist, 50, 60 million.
50 or 60 million
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
But come on, is it 50 or 60?
Closer to 60.
You're giving
Closer
your
to
son's height as
60.
5'7" and a quarter. Don't tell me you don't know if
It's closer to 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Eh.
Well, no, it's not an act.
No,
Congratulations.
I've been working at it for a year. I was hoping to be a little further along.
A year. Do you think that's a long time?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. What do
See,
you mean
this
for
is a thing. Here in Hollywood,
Yeah.
everybody will be like, I've been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
Like, I get it,
Sure.
but they're like young. See, I am 1 foot in the grave. Like, every one of my
You're not going to
years
get married. You're
matters.
Hindu.
No, but
well, you're
it's
1 foot in the urn.
Yes, exactly. So I gotta be really careful. 1 year in my life at this stage is a long time.
That's true.
So I gotta be like, I gotta move faster.
Every year counts.
Yeah.
It's getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can only move so fast, so I also sabotage other people's accounts.
And now, how do you do that? Because I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, you just put like the easiest way to kill somebody's vibe, like somebody's post is doing well. We're like, this is so racist. In Indian culture, we would never.
Oh, that's good. Just
And
pull
then
that
it
card.
kills the vibe for
that
them.
card.
Other people do it on my account too all the time. But
Oh, what do they say? Do you read those comments?
Oh my god. My TikTok comment section, shameless plug, is so lit, it's crazy.
What?
People spend hours, I'm not kidding, people spend hours scrolling through the comments. There's 3,000 kids fighting with each other in the comment section.
That's amazing. What a legacy.
And during the Olympics, I posted this whole thing about how it's so expensive to be an athlete, which I actually, because I have 3 kids at least,
Yeah, somewhere.
somewhere in that range, I know how expensive it is. You'll see when you start paying for tennis lessons, it's just freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So I posted, I was like, okay, now I get why India doesn't have all these, medals and like all our lives. Oh, a billion
don't
people,
we
no
have
medal.
more
We don't have the
medals?
money, we don't
Just
have
an
the
air rifle one
infrastructure,
year.
right? Like, or even that maybe.
Yeah.
So all these kids got so heated about it. They're all doing research. They're like, in 1998, they won for this and that and whatever.
Oh, so you're prompting them to learn.
Well, I'm
You're kind of
prompting
goading them into it.
I said there are no swimming pools in India, which it was my experience. Like my husband grew up in Delhi. He didn't see a swimming pool till he came to America.
That's interesting.
And then like all these kids went and did research on how many swimming pools there are in India.
Well, only the infinity pools at the 5 stars.
And at the Taj Hotel.
Behind
That
barriers.
doesn't count.
That does not count. I don't think you can do laps in the infinity pool when people are trying to take their wedding photographs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work too well.
But it's that kind of provocation that gets people interested, and it's a little provocative, but not really. But it's also interesting enough that they're like, could this be true? It makes you think, could this be true?
And is it true?
I don't know. They're finding out for me. They're also my research people.
So you put it out there. So you're kind of a reverse journalist. Like they do the research and then they write the piece. You're like, let me make the piece, and then we'll find out if it's real.
I'm like, yeah, sure, find out. Let me know.
Let me know. What do you find? That's why you're scrolling through the comments yourself.
Exactly.
What are give me an example of something that you put out there that's one of your moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this was like a video you posted and then you had all this argument. What's a great example?
Like right
I've
now,
scrolled through a lot of your
right
TikToks
now, I have a video of me making a roti.
Okay.
And my son, I tell him, I'm like, if you want to eat a hot roti, Jennifer or Susie not gonna make it for you.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, but like I got people like on every platform. You're racist, she's racist. Why can't Jennifer make a roti? Susie can learn to make a roti. Do a roti tutorial. What's your job then if you're not going to teach them how to make a roti? Why can't he make his own damn roti? It could be Jake, it could be Paul. It went like in every direction.
So good.
It's an 11-second video that has created so much engagement. It's wild. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I am racist. I don't know. I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I spend a whole night to get 11 seconds of something out of it, so I can totally understand what you're saying. That's incredible.
Again, that was him.
PG-13. That's what we do here. PG-13. Walk the line. So that's great. So it's a provocation. You found a way to tap in, but do you go into it going, this is going to be provocative or it's going to be funny?
You know what? This is where being a mom helps. I know what triggers my kids. Like when I say that stuff to my kids in real life,
They go, Mom.
Then exactly. How can you say that? You're not allowed to say that. So I know. So now I record those moments.
Oh, that's good.
because
they're your own focus group.
Yeah, and I know it's so predictable what's going to trip them at this point.
Yeah, right.
That I can lay
You
a
get the
trap
pattern.
and I get it right away. I'd be like, oh, I don't think you should eat that. Okay, Bridge, you eat. The boy can eat, not Zoya. She's a girl. She's got, And then immediately she's like, oh my God, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And I captured it by then.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even need any more. I just cut it off with you can't eat Zoya and that's it.
Yeah, you don't need more content. Just put enough out there.
I just have to put the idea of it out there.
Yeah.
And then people have their own interpretations.
And nobody else is really doing this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, listen, there's no way to say that because
that's why it's a question. Yeah.
There's like millions of, everybody,
but there's billions of us and no Olympic medals, so there's millions of, there's only one Zarna Garg. It's possible.
So the thing is, you're a stand-up comedian and you'll appreciate this. A lot of digital comedians, a lot of people creating all kinds of content. I'm also a writer, and that part I think no one's doing. Like, I take pride in the jokes I write.
Right.
And I love, it's something I pride myself on. The technical aspect of the joke, the delivery in a club.
Sure.
And then blending the world of digital comedy, and that is a different thing. So I can tell you with some confidence, no one is doing the stand-up bit the way I do it.
Sure.
Because, there is an art to it, as you know.
Of course.
It's not just standing there and babbling. It's like, people don't know because stand-up comedy is so new in our
culture. They're like, oh, you're funny, just go up there and just say whatever. And anything you say is funny.
So this is where, when you said, how long have you been doing it? In theory, 2 years. But my whole life, I've been pushed on stage.
Oh, okay, so not just like cracking jokes at parties, but you mean like on a stage?
Like somebody's birthday, you go do the speech.
Okay.
In fact,
that's a thing.
You go, because in Indian aunties, I remember once a very big birthday event we went to, and all my friends got together and wrote a speech combined, they did, about the birthday girl. And like, literally, they were at a loss, so they were like, A for amazing, you're so amazing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, 25
Guys,
more of these.
No, we cannot do this. So I got up there and I did a speech. Now, today I know it's stand-up. But back then I had no idea. But I've been doing that my whole life.
It's interesting you say that, because when people ask me, when did you start? In a comedy club in Cincinnati, that's one thing, but I was performing for all these holy events, Diwali events, with literally 1,000 people there. I mean, it was a huge event. People go, so you were doing this when you were 13? I go, and then comedian, you get a little bit like, in a room of comics in a green room, do I really want to say I've been doing it since I was 13, when Dave Chappelle really got on stage when he was 14 years old?
Right.
No, not like that. But yes, you're right. What makes it harder, I think, for us is that those aren't comedy rooms. Like when you perform, a lot of people don't even know that there's going to be a comedian. People are milling about. You have to like get their attention. And if you're not funny in the first minute, the audience isn't going to sit there quietly and watch. They're barely going to watch if you're funny. Then once you get them,
exactly,
then they will watch.
Even if you're funny, they're going to be like, I don't know. I mean, listen,
when's the food?
And I'm guilty of it. My whole family. Like, I've gone into movie theaters in the last 2-3 years in India. Before the credits, and in the Indian movies, the credits come first, right? They tell you the producer, the director.
They want to get their credit before they leave.
They're tweeting, like the movie hasn't started. They're like, the beginning was very boring. It's been 1 minute. Like, I'm dying. As a creator, I'm like, could you give them a minute, please? But my own family, like my brother will fan out and they say, don't bother coming in. If you haven't parked, don't park. Oh my God.
That is incredible.
It's brutal,
They're
right?
brutal.
Our culture is brutal. So I've done Zoom shows, as like everybody. I have a big Zoom comedy business now because I do a lot for corporates and whatever. I did Zoom shows for Indian uncles, and I'm sure you have too.
Oh yeah, many times.
Like 100 people in the windows. And then as you're doing the set, like in my case, because also I'm a woman, so double whammy. As I'm doing the set, the chat, the chat box, she is not funny.
That's what I have to look at.
She is not funny. That wasn't funny. This is not our sanskar. Okay, that was a little funny. And then the next day,
that was a little. It's amazing how good that feels then.
Yeah,
they've really broken you down and
I'm
throw you a cracker.
I'm like, I still have 29 minutes to go,
Right.
And then the next day, they're tweeting my jokes as if it's theirs.
Oh.
The next day they're like, oh, I saw a Yelp review of a cardiologist, and the Yelp review was 5-star, but probably the people who would have given it a bad review died.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, but like they use
it. That wasn't that funny.
Yeah, see, there you go. See?
Yeah,
see this?
Yeah, exactly. Living proof.
Living proof. But the chat is brutal. You're doing the show, and during the chat, they're like, oh, I think she was talking about Shubha. Like I made some kind of joke about a friend and they're like, I think I know who it is. I'm like, oh my God, you so don't know.
Yeah.
This is just a joke.
You're
it's
like,
nothing.
but it really was about Shubha though, right?
Well.
Yeah, Shubha, she's got her own issues. So.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Rajiv Satyal. Please like, share, and subscribe.